The Amiga 500 Mini was released in 2022 to coincide with the 35th anniversary of the release of the Amiga 500. But as I film this in late July of 2022, I sit here and I reflect on whether or not I will continue to get so much joy out of this machine. Let's take a look at what I've been getting up to since April and let you guys know what I have planned for the future. Sit back and let's get into it. So what's in the box and what are the 25 games that are included? Did you know that the A500 Mini box was actually inspired by the early 90s Cartoon Classics release? Not a lot of people mention that apparently, but having read an interview in the new Amiga Addict, I learnt that pretty cool tidbit of information. Now in terms of what's in the box, you can see on the screen now a list of everything that's in the retail version, which differs to the reviewers version because we got a USB and we got a hard copy of the manual, and I didn't know that the general retail versions didn't even include that until after I posted my initial review. In its native state, the Amiga 500 Mini comes packed with 25 classic games. Those games are Alien Breed 3D, Alien Breed Special Edition 92, Another World, Arcade Pool, ATR All-Terrain Racing, Battle Chess, Cadaver, California Games, Dragon's Breath, F-16 Combat Pilots, Kickoff 2, Paradroid 90, Pinball Dreams, Project X Special Edition 93, Quack, Simon the Sorcerer, Speedball 2 Brutal Deluxe, Stunt Car Racer, Supercars 2, The Chaos Engine, The Lost Patrol, The Sentinel, Titus the Fox, Worms the Director's Cut, and Zool Ninja of the Nth Dimension. And let's not forget the secret game Citadel, which is available to download from the dev's website, and there's a step-by-step guide on how to add additional games to your Amiga 500 Minis in my review, which I will link in the cards should you so desire to dive into any of these games that we've mentioned in any depth. USB connectors are pretty handy because they're universal. Check out how cool some of the things are that I tested. I've also really enjoyed testing additional USB peripherals such as the GeekPie controllers and even a PS4 controller working in full. The Amiga CD32 was the Amiga console that never actually got a good start. But now we can play Amiga CD32 games on the A500 Minis. Amiga CD32 games are also playable on the A500 Mini as demoed here. Again, I will link this video if you want a step-by-step guide on how to add these and where to get them all from. But I think it really does showcase this phenomenal machine that's come to market recently. And for me, this has just opened everything up in so many different ways. And I'm aware that all of the minis that have hit the market have been hacked. But there's just something so special about this. I mean, the Amiga CD32 unfortunately didn't take off. It didn't get the marketing or the love that it perhaps should have done. But here in 2022, I for one am a very happy gamer girl to be able to say that I can play Amiga CD32 games on my Amiga 500 Mini. What do you guys think? Now, there's been a lot of hacks for the Amiga 500 Mini, like there has been with many of the minis that have come out. But a Mini Amiga is the one that I prefer, and I use it to play the likes of Doom. Well, you'll see. For me, by far, being able to install a Mini Amiga on my A500 Mini has truly and utterly surpassed all of my expectations. And you might think I'm over egging the pudding here, but I'm not. A mini Amiga adds so many different games. In fact, there's over 3,000. There's demos, and there's also the ability to play the likes of the classic first-person shooters, Doom, Heretic, Wolfenstein, etc. Let's take a look. So let's take a demo and relive just how cool it was to play Doom on the A500 Mini. I first tried it with the gamepad, but obviously Doom was designed to play with the keyboard. So there I was, diving in, proving that this was Doom playing on the A500 Mini. It looked really, really nice and took me right back to, again, I've said it a million times, 1994, kind of 95 kind of time period in Gordon Harwood's, wasting the summer holidays, stood there barely being able to see the screen because I was so small, diving into Doom on a PC for the first time. What the A500 Mini has done for me has rekindled my love of the British gaming scene. I know Doom wasn't a British game, but the Amiga was solid hardware. And again, it doesn't get enough love. It didn't even get enough love, in my opinion, in the 90s. But now we're seeing videos pop up all over the internet about this wonderful machine and its abilities. And I haven't even scratched the surface yet of what my Amiga 500 Mini can do. Because since I have filmed a myriad of episodes showcasing how far I've took my hardware, so many updates to a mini Amiga have kind of happened. There's lots of new hacks that have come out, and it's really, really exciting. So I'm going to be diving into more A500 Mini episodes, just taking it that one step further. And I'd like to know from you if you have any recommendations on what, if anything, you would like to see. In my later 2 episodes on the Amiga, I've been covering Amiga games that are due out for release in 2022. Now, if you don't have an Amiga itself, if you don't have an original hardware, you can utilise your A500 Minis to play some of these brand new games that are due out on the market very soon. In fact, some of them that I have covered are already out, and better still, some of them are getting physical releases. That's right, we can still continue to be excited about the Amiga in 2022 in terms of physical products, just like the A500 Mini as a physical product, putting it in the hands of the consumer, really being able to relive everything we loved about the home computer scene back in the early to mid 90s. Now, very soon, I'm going to give you guys a little spoiler. I'm going to give it here actually, because I reached out to one of the developers of one of these games that I have shown in my last 2 episodes, and they have kindly said that they will provide me with 2 ADF files of 2 different games that are in development. And they said I will be the first YouTuber in the world to play their game in a video. All that's been seen so far are updates from their developer stories, but everything's kind of gone radio silent with this particular game at the minute, and that's because the game is close to release. And thankfully, they're giving me exclusive access to be able to play it, record some footage, and do an absolute pearler of an episode for you. So for me, as an excited Amiga fan and as an excited A500 Mini fan, I will be using my Amiga 500 Mini to play the games so we can get the best out of the software and hopefully continue to support these devs and perpetuate this remarkable community. So after nearly 4 months with this gorgeous home computer mini, I can firmly say that I'm nowhere near done. There's plenty more hacks that I want to try, and there's plenty more games that I want to try as well. And you heard me say in the voiceover that I've teamed up with one of the devs behind 2 games that are coming out in 2022. I now have one of those ADF files, so I'm like super excited to get that into the Mini and showcase a little bit more as to what the Scorpion engine can do and how it runs on the A500 Mini. So that means there's lots coming up. I've said it before, and I've thoroughly enjoyed my time with the A500 Mini, and thanks to you guys, you've really been spurring me on to make more Amiga content. So if you like what you see here, I would just ask that you help the channel out and subscribe, leave a like rating, and if you are kind enough, go and retweet this episode. It will be the pinned tweet on my Twitter. I love you guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. I need a few seconds of your time to tell you about channel memberships. If you guys want to become a channel member, click join from the main page or the second link in the description. There are 3 tiers, all with different perks for you if you want to become a team member. Thanks for your time. Let's continue with the video.